Ugh. Ugh. We are live. Yes. Wonder if I can get anybody to join in this. Could be an incredibly short video if nobody shows up. So the one person is watching, which is probably me. So let me share the video. I'm going to share this video. See if anybody joins in. Don't mind me. In case anybody's watching right now, or if you're watching in the future when this is just a replay, I am trying to invite more people to watch this. Oh boy, boy, boy. All right, well, like I said, this could be just a short podcast. Just trying to share some things here. So eventually I won't have to do this. Eventually people are like, oh yeah, it's going to be coming on, and everybody will show up. But at the moment, do. All right. It's all right. So here we are. We got two people watching. So there's one other person watching. I'm not sure who's watching right now, but that person, blah, blah, blah. That person watching, what's up? Please make yourself known. So I'll probably repeat this, as things go on. Much like the last episode I did last weekend. Basically, this is something I'm kind of going to be doing as a weekly show. Just sort of a live podcast chat thingy. I don't know I'm sure there's a better word for it than podcast, but for right now, I'm calling it a podcast. Basically, who this? Hey, what's up, Robert Cotterman? Robert's here. All right, so I'm not here by myself. Actually, there's two other people besides me. It's me, Robert, and then mystery person. So, Robert, since you're here, I'll explain what's going on here. Like I said, do these things. Going to be doing these things weekly. Once a week. Basically, just a way to interact with people. A lot of my friends, some of the subscribers here I got on YouTube. Just basically getting together, just talking shit. I'm actually talking about certain subjects too, but talking a lot of shit too. Just hanging out, having a good time for about an hour or half hour, depending on how many people show up. So 30 minutes to an hour, depending. So yeah, that's the basic idea. I don't know if you saw the last one or not. That's still up. But anyway, since you're here, Robert, how's it going? Like how I'm talking, I'm like okay, caller. Not on the fucking radio. What am I doing? I'm putting my hair back in a ponytail because I know what it is. My hair looks awful tonight. I don't know what the fuck is up with my hair tonight. Was looking crazy. Oh, by the way, a lot of times when you post, I'll read off your comments because I think when the replay is up, the actual chat isn't going to be here. So if you don't want me to repeat things that you say, let me know. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but just in case. Anyway, also, my eyes are weird. So when I'm reading the chat, I have to kind of lean over, take my glasses off and lean over. So you'll probably be seeing the side of my head a lot. So just a fair warning, you'll be getting extreme close-ups of probably my ear or my forehead. I don't know. Anyway, Robert says, not too bad. I'm good, just bored at home. Yeah, I understand that. A lot of people are in that boat right now. I mean, granted, for the most part, for my Sunday nights are kind of like this, except I'm actually doing more and watching stuff or something, or just hanging out with Susie. But right now Susie's not feeling well, so they went to bed early. So just a lot of anxiety and stress and everything. So they need as much rest they can get. So I'm doing this. Uh, wonder if more people are going to show up here. Excuse me a second. Da, 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 da. Trying to get people. Try to even get more people on here. Oh, this is boring. Watch me try to tag people in the showing up on this. Where is he? Alzheimer. So yeah. So this is me and you right now, Robert. How's things been going? How's life going on in the quarantine life? And are you working or are you kind of on hiatus from your work right now? Yeah, I've got to get a better thing going for these because I mean, I did, both times I've done this so far has been spur of the moment. I need to actually plan ahead with these. It's a little difficult to do that, but I need to do that so that way I have a set time. Because last time I did this like late morning, early afternoon, I think, and now I'm doing it in the evening, which I would think I would get more people, but then again, it's a Sunday night, so it's kind of a crapshoot either way. I think. Then it's also whether anybody sees the post on Facebook anyway. I probably might have would have had better luck if I did this as a Facebook Live thing, but I really want to make this a YouTube thing. I want to utilize YouTube a lot more instead of Facebook, which is a pain in the ass. Anyway, what'd you say, Robert? Robert says, "Well, I've had time to produce content for the station, but I was already on disability." Okay. Well, I mean, as long as you're getting something, you're getting something out of it. I guess. You're able to work on stuff for the station. That's good. I mean, it sucks. I've been working, and I'm grateful that I'm still got a job and I'm working still, and I still have an income right now. But there's a part of me that just wants I'm like, can I just get a couple extra days off? Just, you know, because it's been interesting. I guess the one good thing I could pull from all this is yesterday I got gas for $1.40 a gallon. Gas is really cheap right now, so yay. My beard's looking crazy too. I'm just looking crazy all over. Jesus. Oh boy. So Robert, since you're doing radio and stuff, you here. Let me get your opinion on this. I mean, since I'm doing these live streams on YouTube, should I be calling these a podcast, or what would be a proper term for this? I mean, I've been calling podcasts because I mean, I understand a lot of podcasts was like something like sort of like a more of a radio-ish thing, but it was like done for like back in the days of iPods when those were first around or whatever. I don't know, but I see a lot of people that do podcasts, but they have a video, and I don't know if they have like do the like audio and they just make it a video at the same time, and they post a video of them doing the audio or whatever, or if they're just doing just a straight up video and they're just calling it a podcast. So that's what I'm wondering. Which should I call it? And Robert says, "Think so." No, I mean, no, yeah, I know what a vlog is. I do those. I'm talking about for this particular thing. But when I'm doing these like sort of live shows, sort of live interactive thing, I'm just like doing it for an hour. Maybe I'll be talking about a subject or something. Just I don't know. I don't know. I'm feeling it. Wait, now there's three other people watching. Who is this? Who is this third person watching now? Show yourself, third person. Who are you? Webcast, maybe. Yeah, maybe. That might be the more accurate description because it is a webcast. So I don't know. It just seems fun to say podcast, but maybe if there's not an actual audio version of this and it's just only video, maybe that's the incorrect term. That's all I'm wondering. So the two other people that are watching, how you guys doing? Oh, okay. Well, they left. They're like, oh, fuck that. They got bored rather quickly, apparently. Oh boy. And Robert says, my podcast is live. I just call it podcast because I upload it to Mixcloud later. I gotcha. Yeah, because I was actually wanting to do podcasts, but honestly, I'd rather have like a little bit more decent equipment, like a decent mic. I have a mic coming through Wish. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but actually, eventually, I want to get like a better computer setup. Maybe just actually have an actual desktop instead of a laptop. I don't know if that's gonna work for me better or what. I don't know. I have a lot of figuring things out to do with how far that goes, and that's kind of in a future thing. So for right now, though, you get me on a couch with a cat's ass in the background. He got a dirty look from that cat too. He's like, ooh. Well, whoever the other mystery person is gone now, apparently. Boo to that mystery person who left. Oh boy. So yeah. Anyway, what you saying, Robert? If you got the money and are looking for a good mic, I suggest the Audio Technica AT 2020. They have a USB and XLR version. Ooh, that'd be nice. I mean, that sounds like that might be a bit expensive. Don't really have the money yet. Kind of working on that. I mean, eventually, I would like to be able to, put some money into getting better equipment and stuff. But right now, I'm not making shit off of YouTube. Not with 304 subscribers. um, music, well, you know how that goes. You can only make so much money off of like Spotify and iTunes and all that. I think Spotify is like the big thing now. Most people just streaming stuff instead of buying it now, I think. And I think that's why maybe music sales are down for some people. What you got, Robert? I understand I would not have one if it was not for a donation. It's roughly $150. Well, I mean, if for a decent mic, I guess that's not bad. I mean, if you want a good mic, they're not cheap. I need my own mic for like when I'm actually playing shows too. I need to get myself, you know, I'll probably buy myself a Shure one of these days. I've always used those. Those that seems like the common microphone that runs around, whether somebody carries them around or somebody they have it at a club where you're playing at or whatever. So that's probably what I'll get, but that's also in the future. Oh God, and I can't wait to start playing shows again. I can't wait to practicing again. It's so far. I've been trying to write songs. It's a little difficult. You know, I'm in two projects at the moment, so I'm trying to do stuff for Black Sunday and the other projects I'm working on with a friend that we don't really have anything released yet. And we're not really talking much about it because we want to get something built up first before we start sharing it. But once we do, it's going to be cool. And I forgot I was supposed to work on some sort of vocals tonight. I forgot about that. I may do that after I'm done with this video. That's it. That's another thing. Just so much to do. I keep forgetting one or two things when I'm trying to get other 2, 3 things done. But yeah, between that, I have been writing some stuff. I'm writing some lyrics. Yeah, it's a crazy situation right now. This weekend, I mean, during the week, It's like sometimes I'd go to the store after work. It's not so bad, in the evening or whatever. But this weekend has been fucking weird. Um, because yesterday I went. I was going to go. There's we have like a little Walmart market in my neighborhood. Like they have. How like they have the big Walmart stores, but also like I don't know how many places they have these, but it's like a Walmart market. It's basically a market. It's a Walmart, but it's just a small market more so. It's not like maybe like Kroger or Ralph size. I say Ralph's because it's still Kroger, but it's Kroger on the west side. You know, um, but I went over there yesterday, and they had lines of people for people to get in. They were letting a certain amount of people in at a time, and the lines were a bit long. And it's like they were coming from two sides. I'm like, I'm not fucking with that. So instead I went to Aldi's, which there's hardly anybody in there, honestly, which was weird. I mean, I went walked into an Aldi's and they were stocked with stuff. Obviously, toilet paper and cleaning supplies. Mm. But I mean, as far as other foods, lunch meats, and other stuff like that, produce, all that, they were stocked. They were well stocked, and I picked up a few things from there. And I went to a Kroger. Once again, Ralph's, if you're on the west side, same place. I went there, and same thing. There was no line to people waiting to get in. I guess that's like a thing that's all the Walmarts are doing, or all the supercenter type stores. I think I heard Myers is also doing that, and I think Target maybe. I don't know, but yeah. And then today I had to pick up a few more things from because I was making dinner night, and I'm getting some stuff for future dinners later this week. Uh, sorry. I went up to that little Walmart again, and while they did have a line, it was only like two people there. So I was like, all right, fuck it. You know what? I'm just gonna stand here. Go ahead. I figured the reason why Walmarts were doing it was because they're only letting a few people in at a time, so there's not so many people in the store. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. That was what I was thinking in my mind. I was like, okay, they're limiting how many people are in there, you know, to avoid risk of spreading anything or the possibility of spreading anything. Totally makes sense. Okay, I get that. All right. Tell me why they're doing this, right? And I go in, I didn't have to wait too long. I had only had to wait maybe like a minute before they let me in. I was like, okay, cool. The place is fucking packed. Oh my God, Aaron! Hi, yay, you're here. Now the party can really start. Aaron's here. All we need is Al now. We get Al Zimmer up in here. We got a party. And I got to go backtrack here. What'd you say, Robert? I'm sorry, I was running my mouth. Let me see what you're saying. Robert said the Aldi up here in Lawrence is starting to calm down. I shop there all the time. I wasn't able to get food 2 weeks ago, but last week I was. Still no toilet paper though. Oh, and Aaron, I appreciate you too. I appreciate you too. Anyway, I'll try not to make that creepy. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, toilet paper is still a little scarce. Like I said, the only if going to like Kroger like early in the morning, like when it first opened, within the first couple hours or so, you can find toilet paper. I found it, and then for a while, they just bought it all up again. But before a while, I was going to Kroger like during the week, and they didn't have the big 12 packs or whatever, but they had like a bunch of the 4 packs. They had a whole bunch of those still, not any name brand stuff. But it's your butt. It depends on how picky your butt is of what toilet paper you want to use, I guess. But they had that. Um, Saturday they were completely wiped out of toilet paper again. But yeah, but usually I found it there, or actually Big Lots. Big Lots. Oh my God, Big Lots had a fucking ton of toilet paper. So I don't know if things are starting to get a little weird again because I'm starting to know some things are starting to disappear again. Like I was like I noticed like the cat litter at Kroger, except for it had maybe had like 3 jugs left, and not the kind I usually get. I had to get a different kind, and I'm like, cleaning supplies. It was oh, Aaron gave me a bunch of the cheesy smiley faces with the teeth, like, um, but yeah, like I honestly a couple weeks ago, I honestly because I when I shop for stuff, I always go to more than one store anyway. You have to in order to get good deals or whatever. You had to go to a bunch of different stores. You get certain things from one store, like you get your meat and produce from another store because it's fresher or the prices are better, etc. And that's what I do. You know, so I would so at the time I was like there were a few times I tried to go to Aldi's and I wouldn't didn't get there in time because they closed because the hours had changed. And it was, weird timing getting there like right as they close because I get up at 6:30 and I was taking like the long way around. Um, but also I went to Safeway and I was like, oh, let me see what they got. Mind you, I went to this particular Safeway years ago, like maybe like 4 years, 3, 4 years ago, and their meat section was kind of questionable. It was like, I don't know. There was a funky smell in the back. I was like, nah, I'm good. But I decided, hey, it's been a few years since I've been there. I'd check it out again. I went there. It's cleaned up. They're actually remodeling the place. And this was at the time when a lot of stores were out of like lunch meat and stuff like that. And I was finding I was finding everything there still. So it was like I actually got some decent prices too, and their meat was actually fresh. So that was helpful. So I mean, it's just a matter of knowing where to go, and then of course the Latin markets, the Asian markets, because the racists seems to kind of avoid those because they're like, oh, I don't want to get get the virus by go getting the Chinese food, some other bullshit. It's like, oh, fuck you guys. Fine. You know what? Don't. You know. Granted, they did wipe out all their toilet paper too. So while they're racist, they put their aside their racist tendencies long enough in order to buy up all the toilet paper. Like, well, I don't like such and such a folk, but nah, I'm gonna go buy this toilet paper real quick. Hope nobody sees me. So yeah. So anyway, Aaron, since you're here, how are you doing? How have you been holding up this week? How are you enjoying? Well, if you can say that, your quarantine time, or are you like me and stuck working because these happen to be stuck in an essential job, etc., 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 all that? You have the floor, madam. Also, how if anybody is driving, how cheap is the gas you're getting? Aaron says going stir crazy today, but I've been okay. That's good. That's good. Glad you're okay. Um. So I mean, it's like, are you working right now, or are you kind of like on hiatus, or were you a work from home person anyway, or are you currently working from home now, or I don't know. Eh, you're missing out. Where are you? Aaron says, I'm stuck at home with 2 3-year olds during the week. 1 3-year-old on the weekend. My work status hasn't changed. Okay. You know what? I think you mentioned that in the last video, actually. I apologize. My brain doesn't always brain well. Uh, I don't know how to brain, man. My partner is essential, though. She works at the Target warehouse. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, because, yeah, definitely Target would be definitely an essential worker. So I say it's a Target warehouse. It's probably that's probably a little bit better than working in the actual Target store where you have to deal with customers. I would think, right? I was just talking to a friend earlier today because they work for a Kroger and they work in the back, with like I guess like with the well, not with the produce, but yeah, stuff like this, like the refrigerated stuff like eggs and stuff like that. And I guess there's been a few incidents of people just when they're delivering eggs, they're just already fucked up. And it's like I couldn't work in a grocery store. I worked for Lowe's on and off since 2008. And why did my phone vibrate but not make a noise? No, now you made a noise, you weird phone. But I worked for Lowe's on and off since 2008, and that was in annoying enough. Working around people like especially around the contractors. Oh my god, I want to strangle these dudes. Bunch of big old man babies. Oh my fucking god. People would lose their shit and have a temper tantrum because we were out of something. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Make it magically appear? I'm sure people who go to grocery stores are like that, if not worse, maybe. I don't have to deal with contractors coming through there, but well, then again, those same contractors have to go shopping for food, so I would think. And what you got, Aaron? Aaron says, "Yeah, it's definitely better and working with them." Oh, sorry. Blah. Yeah, it's definitely better not working with the public. No one has the virus. Knock on wood. Laugh a lot. She said it still sucks though. No, I'm sure it does. Absolutely. Um, my current job right now, which I don't have to deal with the public. I don't have to deal with customers. I love it. It's great. You know, um, I do a lot of loading and unloading of trucks, but lately it's slowed down because a lot of truck drivers are on furlough right now because a lot of the places that we deal with right now are temporarily closed because the essential worker thing. I mean, we're essential because I guess technically we fall in recycling waste management type thing. Um, but a lot of business that we work through that aren't as essential, so they have to shut down. So there's like certain things that we used to pick up before we're not picking up right now because they're closed. So it's made things slow down a little bit. So it's a little weird, but still going though. They did give her an extra $2 an hour, so that's cool. It's definitely not risk your life money though. I know. Well, it's definitely not. Essentially, anybody who's actually exposing herself to constantly being around people which may or may not have the virus or whatever, you know, they should definitely get like at least temporary hazard pay, maybe. Maybe that's pushing it. I don't know. But I mean, at least they added like a couple bucks to, her paycheck. So I mean, it's something. Ah, there's my boy. Oh shit, Al's here now. Got Aaron here. Got Al here. Robert got quiet for a while. Well, I'm assuming Robert's still here. So, what's up, Mr. Al? The pandemic is here. The pandemic of YouTube, not the pandemic that we're dealing with right now. This is a good pandemic, guys. Trust me, he's a good pandemic. It's not the bad pandemic. COVID bad pandemic. Al good pandemic. You know what the fuck I mean. Why am I going on about this? Robert says I'm still here. Aaron's laughing at me. Al says, according to Maury, he's not the father. Well, I don't know if I'm going to trust Maury's judgment on this. I think we should take you on Steve Wilco now. That's the thing that's the place where you go now. Steve Wilco. Actually, no. Steve Wilco was retiring. And again, he's been on TV for a while too. I mean, because like he got to start with Jerry Springer and everything, and then he had his own show. He has that show. God, how long has he been doing the Steve Wilco show now? About 5-6 years, something like that. And that's not quite Jerry Springer level, but it's still pretty fucking. It's like a little bit of Jerry Springer and some Maury Povich blended in a little bit with just some big, tall, bald guy yelling at everybody. And you have the Steve Wilco show. Al says, man, Steve Wilco's show deals with crazy topics. I know, right? It does. Because it's like one of those things I can't escape. I mean, if I'm in a break room, when I was at the break room in Lowe's, Steve Wilco would be on, or Maury would be on. A lot of times it was Maury, but then Steve Wilco would be on, depending what time I was in there. And now, because when in a break room at my current job, Steve Wilco would be on there too. But yeah, they kind of go hard on that show. It's like some of the subject matter is like, oh, are you serious? He did that, and you're still with him? That sort of thing. The Jerry Springer thing was all scripted anyway. It was still entertaining. Yeah, I guess it was entertaining, but it was all scripted. I actually knew a couple people that were on that show, and of course, scripted. Of course, they were just because they were extras. So how you been, Al? How's things going with you? What you been up to? How are you handling the situation that has stolen your name? Anyways, so we got 5 people, including myself, online right now. That's not too bad. So we have like a small gathering. If we get to over 10, we might get in trouble. I don't know if that counts on YouTube though. So because we're not able to breathe on each other through YouTube, they haven't developed that type of technology yet. They haven't developed the smell-o-vision thing. What movie was it? They were like doing a thing where they had smell-o-vision or something. I don't, I don't remember what movie that was. Aaron's laughing at me. You're laughing at me. But yeah. So where you guys are at? How much has gas been? And Al says, staying around the neighborhood mainly. If I have to take a bus somewhere, I keep those kind of treks ultra short. Yeah, I haven't rode a bus in a while, and plan on keeping it that way. And it says, laughing with you. I'm not laughing. Yes, I am. Robert says smell-o-vision was actually in development in the late 90s, but then they realized it was a dumb idea. Yeah. Get some scratch and sniff DVD covers or something. Wait, was that the thing where you'd be watching something and you would actually have a scratch and sniff card that you scratch and sniff during certain scenes in the movies, or you could get like a? Is that what I'm thinking of? No, they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna like set things on fire and make like blood buckets fall on top of people because this is my house. I'm not doing that there. I don't want to clean that up afterwards. Aaron says smell-o-vision is one of the best ideas. So Aaron disagrees with you, Robert. She thinks it's the best idea. Robert says, I don't remember the details, but there are many shows I wouldn't want to smell. Absolutely. Many shows and actors I wouldn't want to smell. Oh God, can you imagine if they made a smell-o-vision for porn? Like, oh, I can smell Ron Jeremy. Aaron says, they're not dirty pillows, mother. They're breasts. Oh God, now I'm gonna have to break out Carrie again now. Crazy Carrie, crazy Carrie. Yeet the kid off the bike. You ever just want to mind yeet somebody? That's what they should call telekinesis, mind yeeting. I will yeet you with my mind. Yeet. Guy flies across the fucking street. Uh, so, okay, Al, Aaron, since I got you guys here. Wait, what's Al saying? Mind. Yes, exactly. Mind yeet. Oh God, I should make that a future screenshot for the next video. Just me going. I have a hard enough time getting people to subscribe and watch my videos as it is. I don't need to add something that's going to scare more people away. I'm sure. Anyhow, yes. Since Al and Aaron's here, let me ask you guys an opinion. Should I continue to call these shows a podcast? I mean, since really they're just videos, I'm just doing like a live stream video. Or should I call it something else? Basically, the Mr. Blak live stream, something like that. I was saying podcast because it kind of sounds fun, sort of. And I know a lot of people have podcasts, but they put them and post them on YouTube. But I don't know if there's like they're doing like the video and they have like an audio podcast too, and it's just coinciding or something like that. I don't know what you guys thought about that because I don't know. I don't know if I should keep calling it the Mr. Blak podcast or call it something else. Call it the Cat Butt Show over here, apparently. This cat is mad dogging me. And he went back to sleep. Anywho. Al said I should call it Mr. Blak Exposes. This episode exposes himself. Yes. I'm going to expose myself. No, I'm not. No. It's not that I'm monetized. I have to worry about getting demonetized. I don't get my channel deleted or just scare away what little bit of subscribers I do have. I also need to trim my beard. Aaron says, I prefer live or live stream. Yeah, good point. Might just change it to the Mr. Blak live stream. It is a live stream. So yeah. Call it what it is, I guess. Al says, I'd scare people off if I was a guest. Well, if you're ever in Indiana. for whatever fucking reason you would be in Indiana for. But if you're ever in Indiana, or if I'm out that way visiting and I have a computer with me, then you can be a guest. I'll take this show on the road. I need to make money off of these things in order to do something like that. But I mean, that would be fun though. Cause I know so many people in different states. If I just went to each state, had like each show had a different guest because I was in a different state or whatever. That'd be great. That'd be fun. Al says, I am unable to teleport over there currently. People, be safe for now. Yeah. You need to figure out that teleportation technology. Maybe not right now, because you'll need to teleport somebody somewhere and then teleport some shit back when you go back or whatever. But in the future, yes. Aaron said gas is $2.89 a gallon right now. Had to ask my partner as I'm isolating. $2.89 for California is cheap. I remember for at one point, like what it was like 5 years ago. No, not five. It was like in 2013, 2014. Gas was like got up to about $5 a gallon for a while there. Al said teleport's opposed to Goldblum. Oh no. And it's in Southern California, yeah. Yeah, you remember it was almost $5 a gallon. I remember it's like I lived in North Hollywood, but I would actually drive. Sometimes I would drive to Tarzana because there was a gas station. Oh God, what was it? It was on Ventura. Oh God, it was in Tarzana. This was in Tarzana, but it was like way down there. It was over by Reseda Boulevard, not too far from there. And I used to go there, and it's like because the gas was cheaper there for some reason. It's like sometimes you go there, it'd be like way cheaper than a lot of the gas stations. It'd be cheaper than the gas station across the street from it. You know, I think in the end, it kind of was about the same because I was burning gas to get to this gas station to save 50 cents. Well, I was probably burning off 50 cents of gas to get there. I don't know. Um, Aaron says, messed thing is we can't go anywhere. Wow. I mean, yeah. And Al said, damn horsefly got in the pod with me. See? I should watch out for flies. Because you're pretty fly for a white guy. Wah, wah, Okay, I'm sorry, that went nowhere. Um, but yeah, I mean, so out here, gas is fucking cheap out here. You guys weren't on earlier while I was talking about it, but I actually yesterday I got gas. I actually got gas for like $1.40 a gallon because just gas is cheaper out here. It's actually like $1.50 at the Kroger. Ralph's on the west side, but I had points on my car on my Ralph's card, so that knocked 10 cents off. So I got it for $1.40 a gallon. It's like gas is so cheap, but you can't really do a hell of a whole lot. I mean, I would love to do like a little mini road trip, but can't do that right now. And I guarantee you, once everything clears up and we're able to actually go about our lives a little bit more and everything, they're gonna jack that shit up so fucking quick. Ugh. Aaron says, "Have you ever heard of Slab City?" I Slab City. Is that a morgue or is that like I don't? You say Slab City, it's probably something completely different. I'm thinking, is that like a morgue or is that like a mausoleum? I like a grave thing. No, I haven't heard of it. What is Slab City? I'm curious. It's in Southern California near the Salton Sea. No, I never heard of it. Also, like many places while I lived spending 20 plus years in California, never been to the Salton Sea. Also. And so that was a great guess. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad my wrong guess was appreciated. It's not the fact that it was a wrong answer. It's an answer that was a good answer. Not necessarily the correct answer, but it's still a good answer. I'm going to stick with that. And it says it's an old army base. They took everything out but the building foundations, also known as the slabs. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds like the place I would have want. Oh, that would have been a great place to film videos at. Shit, shit. Well, someday, someday I will see the slab city in the Salton Sea. I'll tell you one thing. Okay, I'll YouTube it when I'm done here. I usually keep these things. I'm gonna try to keep these things going for an hour. I got like 10 minutes, but I might go over just a little bit, just because you guys are here right now. So still might be a little bit over an hour, like about an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. I don't care. It's my channel. It's my show. Not do it. I won't. Anyway, Aaron says check out Cornelius Van Gogh. They have an awesome YouTube channel. Okay, I will do that. You looked at woohoo your show. That's right. That's right. It's my show. And kind of, I can't say it's my show, but not yours, because it's sort of yours too. Because y'all here, you're interacting, so it's your show too. It's our show. Yeah, it's our show. Uh, but yeah, when I was doing a road trip out here, woohoo, our show. Well, I did a road trip out here. I stopped. I remember being at the California Nevada border, and that was fucking awesome. It was exciting. I been on a bus passing through there before, but I've never actually went and stopped there and checked it out and everything. It was pretty awesome. I remember there was also like an old abandoned restaurant with a couple old abandoned like trailers in the back and everything. And I was parked over there and I wanted to check them out, but number one, I had a time limit. I wanted to get back. I had my cat in the U-Haul. And then, of course, the other reason, number one, don't want to be walking through there, and it's like with all the overgrowth, rattlesnakes, because it's the California Nevada border, so I'm probably gonna find some rattlesnakes or something else there. And also, you never know if you find some crazy desert motherfucker, some hills have eyes motherfucker in there, jumping out with like fucking chainsaw, wearing some clown's face as a mask or some shit. I don't fucking know. I wasn't going to take any risks. Let's put it like that. And Aaron says, you could do it without me, but it wouldn't be as awesome. Yeah, exactly. See, it wouldn't be as awesome. See, every show is going to have Aaron and Al now, just because, you guys are like staples of the show now. It's like we're the ones that do the entertaining. I don't know. But yeah, I've been itching for a road trip too. Pretty much ever since I got my driver's license back and I got the car running and everything, now I'm like, kind of want to go on a road trip. I want to see some stuff, you know. And it says, "Oh my God, my brother told me a real life Hills Have Eyes story about this dude he was getting coffee next to in the desert at an AM PM." That's right, you and Al, Aaron, you and Al. But yeah, man, I'm lucky I didn't actually run into any Hills Have Eyes type people out there. I've seen them shopping at Lowe's out here, but actually they were. I think they were more of the Deliverance type, with the banjos and swamp. But never mind. but no, but no, I was like I didn't run into anybody out there like that. Fun fact: I don't know if anybody's ever drove through Colorado and went through like I think Breckenridge, but like if you see watch South Park, with the mountains and the buildings and stuff, it actually looks like that. That's like I didn't think the drawings in South Park were accurate. And I was like, oh, this looks like fucking South Park. So, question: not just for you and Al, Aaron and Al, but also for anybody watching this later on in the future. This is us talking in the past, talking to you in the future. Ah, um, what kind of things would you like to see? Would you like to do with the show? Would you like to see in the show? Bring about certain subjects. It's kind of all over the place. And like I said, I need to like schedule these better so that way, we have a scheduled time to show up and hang out and everything. Because I know, this is twice I've done a spur of the moment, which is kind of, it still works out. I got Aaron and Al. Had Robert Cotterman for a while, but still, it'd be nice to have it as a schedule, you know. And it says, I feel like he told me the dude was missing like 3 fingers and had a bunch of duct tape around said hand. Oh, like a lot of future people. Robert said, "You know me, I'm all about music." Yep. Which Robert. By the way, Robert, put your station address in the chat box here so everybody knows what you do. Show them what's up. I should start doing like a little sponsorship thing. Like, well, not really sponsored, just like I'm not gonna like charge people yet, like people I know that have businesses and stuff like that. But I am gonna like throw in certain things. Like this video is sponsored by blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Go there and shit. Something like that. Granted, any endorsement I do of you is going to be better than that, but I'm giving you as an example. Man, okay, that wasn't a great example, but you know what I'm trying to say. You get the idea. That we go for like, obviously internet radio stations, Etsy shops, other YouTube channels. I still got to do like there's like tag thing I got to do. This thing called 41 odd facts about me. I need to do that. I actually thought about doing it as a live tonight for this video, and I was like, nah, I want to do that as a separate actual video. It's another YouTuber on here. I've been watching her videos, and she's actually interacted with me on a few of my videos, which was like, oh wow, cool. Um, Here it said putting groceries away. I already put my groceries away. Oh, when I asked what would you like to see me do with the show, it's like You would like to see me put groceries away for the show? Listen, here we have a can of chili. I'm putting that back in the cabinet. No, I wouldn't be buying a can of chili. I make chili. I'm not going to buy a can of it. How dare? How very dare I even suggest such a thing? Yeah, which reminds me, I'm going to make some chili. I have, oh God, that's another thing. I have bags of hot peppers in my freezer. And it's almost time to start building a garden. Uh, my buddy Joel has a reaper plant for me, so I'm going to be growing some reapers. I got a couple reapers in the freezer right now, but I'm going to be growing fresh reapers. I'm also going to get me some more ghost peppers and stuff. Aaron says, I'm listening actively, just not able to reply right away. Oh, okay. Cool. As you can just, all right, and that's fine. Just listen to the melodious sound of my voice there. And yes, as you put your groceries away, make sure to put the frozen foods and refrigerated foods away first, and then focus on your canned goods. Yes, I hope this soundtrack helps your grocery putting away stuff. Well, Aaron's, oh my God, laughing at me. You should read us a creepy bedtime story. I should read a creepy bedtime story. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I wonder if I can find something like that. Because I just might do that. Creepy bedtime. Oh, not creepy bedroom. Fucking phone. Creepy bedtime stories. Thank you. Do, 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 do. That's the video. I don't want videos. All right, let's see what this is. Scary stories for kids. I'll read it in a voice and make it even scarier. I said, you should. Well, I will, since I found a good one. Okay, so I guess we got a choice of four. You guys pick. Is she for real? Plug hole. That sounds like a gay porn I watched a while back ago. So anyway, the ghost with the most and Zombie Town. Keep in mind, these are scary stories for kids. So this is my. Maybe I should find something else. Actually, should I? Let me know. Should I find something else or just read you a scary kid bedtime story? Make it all candlelit like a male Elvira. Yes. Well, maybe Elvira first. I gotta kind of push. I got less now because I work pretty much working out of work now. Now it's like this is all kind of muscular now, so my moves aren't so mooby anymore. Hey, fuck off, phone. Aaron says zombies. Aaron said kid stories are cool with me. I'm a wussy. I am living, yes. All right, fine. We'll do the zombie one. All right, everybody, tuck yourself into bed. Al, get into bed. Stop fucking with the cat. The cat is not a nunchuck. We don't swing the cats. We pet the cats. Oh, It's got a disclaimer. The following story contains references and descriptions of zombies, as well as situations that may scare some young readers. Adult readers may wish to review the story prior to reading it to their child, if they know them to be sensitive to this kind of violence. Yes. What kid is like nowadays? Like, what kid is gonna be like, oh no, the zombies? Most kids are like, oh, I shoot zombies on the video game on a PS4 or 5 or whatever the fuck now. All right, tuck in, guys. Robert, if you're there still, tuck under the covers too. Here comes the story. Zombie Town. I wasn't always like this. Like what you ask? I guess so brave. It was this crazy thing that happened that changed everything for me. I'm a little different now. Let me tell you about it. But I have to start from the beginning. It's better not be a long one. Some long winded ass zombie kid. I used to be scared of a lot of things. If there was a scary movie on TV, I'd cover my eyes and ask Mum to change the channel. Change the channel, Mum. Uh, if it was Halloween, I used to pretend I had hurt my leg so I wouldn't have to walk around the neighborhood and dress up with all the other kids. The sight of seeing all those crazy dress up outfits as the sun went down and the sky grew dark, it gave me the heebie jeebies. Oh, God, not the heebie jeebies. It's not that I thought they were real monsters, it's more that sometimes my mind played tricks on me. And I thought, what if there were monsters out that night? And I just thought they were some dressed up kids. What would happen then? Well, first they say, can I get $5 so I can, I don't know, get 350 because they're the Loch Ness monster. I don't fucking know. Sometimes I felt like I just couldn't stop thinking. I was scared of putting the bins out at night. This is obviously somebody in the UK. And bad diseases. Sometimes in bed, I was even scared of the shadow my cupboard made against the wall. Why do you have a cupboard in your bedroom? In case you want to get some, put the dishes away while you're getting ready for bed? I knew there was probably nothing there, or nothing in real life that should make me feel like that. But my heart would beat fast and I would imagine things. I just couldn't help it. Mum and Dad knew all about it, but they were pretty good to me. They thought they could make me feel better by saying, don't worry, Elroy. His name is Elroy. Your imagination is worse than real life ever is. I knew it was, but it didn't help. Anyway, Mum and Dad knew how I felt. It didn't push me into doing anything I didn't want to do. But one day, that all changed. It changed when my school sent me home with a note that our class was going away on a school camping trip. I wasn't ecstatic about it. I guess because I was going to be sleeping outside, in the dark, in tents. Plus, it was in a bush. There's something I haven't told you yet. I live in Australia. We would never guess with the mum thing. Have you ever been to Australia? It has a reputation of being kind of one of the scariest places in the world. Oh yeah, y'all got fucking kangaroos. They'll fucking knock the fuck out of you, and fucking giant spiders and shit. And yeah. There are all sorts of things in the bush in Australia. All sorts of things that can kill you. Spiders for one thing. Snakes for another. I ever heard of kangaroos and possums breaking into people's beds in the evening looking for food. That was one thing I didn't want to imagine. Waking up to see a big, whiskery face staring at me in the middle of the night, with no one to hear me scream, or worse still, everyone in my school class. No thanks. So I said to Mum and Dad that I didn't want to go camping. I'd rather stay home and clean my room. What kid says that? I was telling them I'd clean my room that did it. I think I went too far than was healthy for a kid. Dad looked concerned and put the note down, then sat on the edge of my bed. Sometimes the scariest things aren't so bad once you're doing them, he said. Your imagination can conjure up all sorts of things that are far worse than the reality. Nah, I said, I'm all right, thanks. Great. So Australian kid turned black for a minute. Like, nah, I'm cool. Nah. But mom and dad didn't take any responses as I'd hope. They exchanged glances with each other, and then dad looked back at my face, examining it, and as though he could see something else in it that was that what I said. I felt my face so red, and then I looked away. After a big pause, he finally said, I think it's better that you go. Get the fuck out of my house. No, okay, no, he didn't say that, but he should have. But dad, I said, I was shocked. They never forced me to do anything I didn't want to do before. It will be good for you, mom said from the doorway. We don't want you to live your life being scared of things. You'll be supervised. Camping is fun. You'll make lots of friends. Okay, I wouldn't be going on a camping trip either, so I feel this kid on this one. I'm not scared of anything, I replied, but I could hear my voice trembling. I was just so shocked that they would force me. I just think it would be boring, I added. But as mom and dad looked at me, with their eyes grew soft, and even before, dad had reached out to bring me into a hug. I just knew that nothing I could say would change would make them change their mind. Great, I thought as he pulled me into his armpit. I made them sorry for me. I made them sorry for me. There was no getting out of it now. This is gonna be a long one, I think. How long is this? Oh, this is a long one. See, I thought this was gonna be like shorter. It's gonna push me over time. All right, wait, let me go back here. Robert said, I'll hide under my desk. Aaron said, you even told us to tuck in. Love it. That was about $5. Oh boy. All right. Well, let me go for a little while. See, let's see how long it takes to get towards the end. Da, 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 da. This spooky ass kid is long winded. I'm telling you. On the day of the camping trip, it was kind of gray and heavy. I could feel my backpack cutting into my shoulder blades. I kissed my little twin brothers on the tops of their head before I left. For some stupid reason, I felt like I might never see them again. Mom would have said I was being dramatic, but I couldn't help it. The wet look of the rooftops that morning, the sharp smell of the asphalt on the road, the call of a passing crow, it felt ominous. But my brothers didn't notice a thing. They're only 3 years old, too. Too young to be. They're only 3 years old. Too young to be scared. He grinned and waved at me. Then one of them picked up the cat by its neck and made it wave to me, too. Poor Goldie. She yowled, but she was used to that rough kind of love. I thought, at least I'm not a cat stuck with my two little brothers. Maybe mom and dad were wrong. Maybe reality was worse than our imagination. I straightened my back and left them then, ready to take on my fate like an adult would do. But my bravado faded quickly out once our bus I pulled away from the school. On the bus I didn't feel very good, so I didn't talk much to my friend Jake. I only let him laugh and make jokes with the other kids on the bus. Alone with my worries, I pressed my head to the window and felt the vehicle rattle over every pothole in the road. Now he's driving in Indiana. I could still see the heavy clouds piling one on top of the other in the corners of the sky. The camping ground was on the edge of the national park. All the nature should have been relaxing, but everything here now looked dark and foreign. We pulled into the camping ground. Jake turned around and offered me a raise in front of pack his parents had packed him in a lunchbox. No thanks, I said, trying to smile. I was like, fuck out of my face with the fucking raisins. Fuck you and those raisins. Fucking raisins. Who offers fucking raisins? Fuck you and your raisins, fucking Jake. Hope your ass gets eaten by a zombie with your raisins. Raisin giving ass. All right, I digress. More for me, he shrugged. It hit me on the arm, smiling. Jake was small, and his dark eyes twinkled. He didn't understand being scared of things because he was always so happy. Because there's something in them raisins, apparently. I gazed around me as we stepped off the bus and tried to see the area with normal eyes, like Jake would when I looked at the camping ground like that. I could almost convince myself that it was all perfectly ordinary. I could see that there was a big barbecue area where everyone could eat together. Next to it was some toilet cubicles. Toilet cubicles? I just sounds funny saying. I guess it's what they call it, but it just sounds funny. Investigating, I saw there were tall lockers lining the walls with some showers at the end. Coming back out again, all I could see was a line of trees rising gently over a smooth hill, and a river we could swim in. Everything was very quiet, and all the birds must have been sleeping or flown elsewhere. Hold on. Here I said, you can stop at any time. You have seen my wild posts. Actually, I probably should stop now because let's see. Currently, this video is at an hour and 15 minutes. I still have to feed cats, and at some point in time, I'll probably have to go to bed. Meantime, I'll flex my arms for you. Oh no. Um. So yeah, man, that was a long-winded ass story. I was thinking, oh, cool. I read a short story, and I was like, no, I basically got a fucking book. I'm not reading a whole book for the show, but here, what do you think? How do you think that story ended? What's that? So, yay, thank you. Was it because it was scary? Or because it was boring as hell? I'm thinking it's the latter. I wish we should make up our own ending for it. You know. So apparently, the kid got somehow probably got bit by a zombie while in a toilet cubicle taking a poop, and he's now a poop zombie, and he's like, and Aaron said no because it was awesome. Well, the reading of it was at least, yeah. So next time I'll do that. Actually, I need to probably find a shorter story, and I do that. Yeah, poop zombie. So he killed and ate Jake, but didn't touch his fucking raisins. He's like, "Oh, fuck you and your raisins. I don't care. I'm a zombie. I'm still not eating your fucking raisins, dude. Fuck you and your raisins." You know. Then he went back home and killed and ate mom and dad, and made the twin kids his zombie homies. Look, the cat was fine. They just, were zombies that had a pet cat that they took care of. And the end. They all lived happily ever after in the bush, I guess, with another pet kangaroo. Yeah, pet kangaroo. And Yahoo Serious popped up at some point. Who's Yahoo Serious, you ask? Nobody knows anymore. And it says, I am giggling. I don't know why I read that in an Anchorman voice. Yes, Yahoo Serious. Oh God. Didn't he have he popular for like a minute? He had like a movie that bombed or something and then never heard from him again. I don't remember. Ugh. Oh yeah. And it says I pretend to be an anchorman from time to time. Yeah, I think you're right. But yeah, I think I'll end that here. Once again, I'm gonna try to set an actual event schedule for this, so I have a scheduled time for this. Because then I think it'll be a little easier for everybody to get together and maybe have a few other people join in. I mean, people still watch. And we'll go ahead and see it now. They can join in later. When they watch it later. Yeah. Yes. Did reading my story make you tired there, Robert? I'll see you later, Robert. Oh, before you leave, put your address in the text bar so we can check out your station. Yes, it sounds like a plan. Thanks for watching, and if you're watching this later on in the feed, like the later replay, whatever, thanks for watching this too. Um, we'll be back next week. Uh, try to maybe stay on a particular subject, maybe this time. So, thank you, Aaron Salser. Thank you, Al Zimmer. Robert said he was already asleep. See, my this melodious sound of my voice puts you to sleep. Yes, go to sleep. I'm only sitting here in the bed next to you, whispering in your ear, "Go to sleep." All right, thank you, Robert Cowerman. Thank you guys. Let's do this again next week, shall we? All right, thank you guys, and have a good night. Stay safe, and don't touch anybody or sneeze on anybody or get sneezed on. I'm glad I could provide some laughs for you, Aaron. We all need them. All right, see you guys later. Bye bye. End stream. And yes.